Imagine a day shrouded in mystery, filled with leprechauns, rainbows, and pots of gold. This isn't a fairy tale, but the fascinating world of St. Patrick's Day. It's a vibrant celebration that paints the world green every year on the 17th of March. From Dublin to Dubai, Sydney to San Francisco, millions of people don their best green attire and partake in parades, feasts, and all things Irish. The day is synonymous with Ireland, its people, and their captivating culture. It's a spectacle that sees the world dancing to the rhythm of traditional Irish music, sipping on Irish whiskey, and hunting for elusive leprechauns. And let's not forget the iconic shamrock, a symbol that's inseparable from the day's festivities. This global phenomenon, with its lively parades, intriguing myths, and curious traditions, has become a cherished part of our cultural calendar. But how did this intriguing celebration come to be? It's time we unravel the threads of history. Our journey begins with the man himself, St. Patrick, a figure who lived in the 5th century. Now you may be thinking of a devout saint, adorned in green, banishing snakes from Ireland. But St. Patrick's story is much more complex and fascinating than the legends suggest. Born into a wealthy Romano-British family, Patrick's early life was far from saintly. He confessed in his writings to being a non-believer during his youth. However, his life took a dramatic turn when he was around 16. He was kidnapped by Irish raiders and enslaved in Ireland. Patrick spent 6 grueling years as a shepherd, facing harsh conditions and isolation. In these trying times, Patrick found solace in his faith. His beliefs, once non-existent, grew into a deep-seated devotion. He began to dream of escaping and returning to his family. In one of these dreams, he heard a voice telling him that a ship was ready to take him home. Inspired, Patrick made a daring escape, journeyed 200 miles to the coast, and indeed found a ship ready to sail. After returning to his family, Patrick felt a calling to return to Ireland, but this time, as a missionary. He studied for years, becoming a bishop before he set foot on Irish soil again. Patrick's mission was to convert the Irish, who were predominantly practicing Celtic polytheism, to Christianity. He used the 3-leaved shamrock, a common Irish plant, to explain the concept of the Holy Trinity, thus intertwining his teachings with local culture. The legend of banishing snakes from Ireland, although enchanting, is symbolic. You see, Ireland never had any snakes post-Ice Age. The snakes Patrick banished were likely metaphors for the pagan practices and beliefs he worked to replace. So, from a humble shepherd to a revered saint, Patrick's story is truly remarkable. But how did we get from there to our modern-day festivities? Fast forward to the 9th or 10th century when the church established a feast day for St. Patrick. At this time, St. Patrick's Day was a solemn, strictly religious occasion. It was a day to honor the patron saint of Ireland, a day of devotion and prayer. The Irish would attend church and pay homage to the life and works of St. Patrick. But as centuries passed, the observance of St. Patrick's Day began to change. This transformation was spurred largely by the waves of Irish immigrants who sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to the United States in the 18th and 19th centuries. These immigrants were escaping the hardships and famine of their homeland, but they carried with them their traditions and their pride in being Irish. In their new home, these Irish immigrants faced discrimination and prejudice. They were seen as outsiders, and they often struggled to find their place in American society. But they found strength in their shared heritage, and they began to use St. Patrick's Day as a means of expressing their cultural identity. They organized parades and festivals, they wore green, they sang Irish songs, and they celebrated their Irishness with gusto. These celebrations were a far cry from the solemn observances of the past. Instead of a quiet day of prayer, St. Patrick's Day became a vibrant, lively event filled with music, laughter, and camaraderie. The American society, intrigued by this display of Irish culture, began to join in the celebrations. The day became less about St. Patrick himself, and more about the Irish community and their rich, vibrant culture. This transition wasn't without controversy. Some felt that the religious significance of the day was being lost amidst the festivities. But for many, the transformation of St. Patrick's Day represented a celebration of Irish identity, a testament to the resilience of the Irish people, and a symbol of their ability to adapt and thrive in a new land. And so St. Patrick's Day evolved, becoming less about the man and more about the spirit of Irish culture and community. Today, St. Patrick's Day stands as a celebration of everything Irish. In the modern world, St. Patrick's Day has taken on a life of its own, transcending its religious origins to become a vibrant celebration of all things Irish. We have parades, music and dance bringing together communities in a grand spectacle of unity and festivity. Cities around the world from Dublin to New York are awash with green as people of all ages partake in the merriment. But it's not just about the parades and the green attire. The day is steeped in symbolism, with elements like the shamrock and leprechauns playing significant roles. The shamrock, a three-leafed plant, was used by St. Patrick to explain the concept of the Holy Trinity to the Irish people. Today, it's become an emblem of Ireland, proudly worn on St. Patrick's Day. Leprechauns, derived from Irish folklore, are also an integral part of the day. These mischievous, pint-sized creatures are said to hide pots of gold at the end of rainbows, adding a touch of whimsy and magic to the celebrations. St. Patrick's Day also serves as a powerful testament to the strength and resilience of the Irish diaspora. For the Irish scattered across the globe, it's a day to reconnect with their roots, to celebrate their heritage, and to share their culture with the world. It's a day when everyone can be a little Irish, regardless of their ancestry. And let's not forget the food and drink. From hearty Irish stews to refreshing pints of Guinness, St. Patrick's Day is a culinary delight. Traditional Irish recipes are dusted off and enjoyed, providing a delicious link to the past. In essence, St. Patrick's Day today is a vibrant tapestry, woven with threads of history, culture, and community. It's a day that transcends borders, uniting people in a shared celebration of Irish heritage. From a religious feast day to a global celebration of Irish culture, St. Patrick's Day has certainly come a long way. As we celebrate St. Patrick's Day today, it's worth remembering its rich and complex history. From its roots in the life of a humble man named Patrick who was captured, enslaved, and later escaped only to return to the land of his captors to spread Christianity, this day has evolved into a global celebration. Over the centuries, it transformed from a religious feast day to a celebration of Irish culture and heritage, marked by parades, music, and the wearing of green. In many parts of the world, people of all walks of life join in the festivities, making it a truly global event. The traditions may vary from city to city, from one country to another, but the spirit of unity, the celebration of Irish culture, and the joy of participation remains the same. So the next time you don a shamrock or watch a parade, remember the captivating journey of St. Patrick's Day, a day that continues to unite people around the world in a shared celebration of Irish culture.